There are great brands, and then there are icons, badges that inspire passion. British manufacturers that made more than just great vehicles. They made history. Now I've got to put my hands up here. I've been a fan of Triumph ever since I was a kid. I've always loved their style and spirit, and my hero is Steve McQueen, that king of cool. He did for Triumph what James Bond did for Aston Martin, and funnily enough, 007 is riding this bike in the new movie. Now when I bought my 865 Scrambler, I tricked it up, rode it hard and loved every second of it. But where Triumph's heritage bikes make you feel like a screen legend, their contemporary machines haven't always had perhaps the same impact and charisma. But not anymore. Now I reckon that if Steve McQueen were alive today, his range choice would be the 900 Rally Pro. It's way more fun than a Tourer has any right to be, and another huge leap forward from the 800. Better damped with bigger brakes than most sports bikes of just a couple of years ago, and wet or dry, to me it doesn't get any better than the radial Brembo setup they have here. The adjustable shower suspension front and rear is sublime, and you can have up to 6 riding modes for different terrain and weather. The gearbox of late has been a Triumph, and this one's no different. Fast to use, precise, zero force neutrals, and the Rally Pro even gets Triumph's race-inspired shift assist, enabling clutchless gear changes up and down. And this is where, however, it gets really clever. A new inertial control module enables the ABS and traction control to talk to each other in milliseconds. It adds an extra dimension of security and stability. But the thing that makes the most immediate impression is the high-resolution TFT screen. In fact, I go so far as to say it's genius. Maximum information with minimum eyes off the road time. Now I've had this bike for a few days to really check it out, so I took it down to Cornwall, an 800-mile road trip that in the best British tradition included just about every kind of weather imaginable. And this screen is sublime. But there's one piece of gear on this bike that for me is a game changer, and that is the best cruise control I've ever used on a motorcycle. I normally get white fingers from the vibrations and cold while holding the throttle open, but not anymore. It's magnificent. And I'll actually make a bet with you. Take your cruise-equipped Tiger 900 out on a long run, and you will never choose to ride a non-cruise-equipped bike again. It is potentially the best feature you've ever used on a motorcycle, and you didn't even know you needed one. I'm also really impressed with the engine. I like big bikes. I own a Hot Rod Harley and a GS Urban, both 1200s, so for my taste, a 900 usually feels underpowered, but not this one. Triumph have been really innovative in their design of this fabulous new engine. The Tiger's triple crank now is an unusual 132 firing order. It's still turbine smooth like the 800 and impressively powerful, but the new firing order improves both torque and traction and sounds fantastic too. Now I've never had quite the confidence to hustle through traffic on the Tiger 1200 the way I can with this. It's so responsive and agile. In fact, it could well be that this 900 is too good. Because unless you're 6'6" and built like a tank, I really can't see why you'd need the bigger bike at all. But it's not all roses. This bike apparently has Bluetooth connectivity that gives you easy control of calls and music using this superb TFT screen. And more crucially, a fully featured sat-nav driven from your phone. But I can't really tell you about any of that because after downloading the new Triumph app, I couldn't get my phone to pair. And as well as the sat-nav, it also allows you to control a GoPro, which is a fantastic feature, though you're going to need a good bit more tech savvy than I have to get it going. To be fair, I struggle with my phone at the best of times. But what I do highly recommend is getting your dealer to help you set it all up when you buy the new Tiger, just so you can really get the best out of this fantastic tech. But the truth is, none of that really matters to me because Triumph have got all the things I care about right. And if I could give you one piece of advice, it would be this. Don't ride a Rally Pro any distance unless you're going to buy one. Because when you get back on your own bike, it's just not going to be good enough. Did I mention the cruise control? Seriously, I don't ever want to ride without it, and nor will you. This bike does everything well. It's exactly what I need for my own great escapes. Have you ever tried to imagine a bike that you can ride for 7 hours in the saddle and still feel human? Don't have to imagine it anymore, because it's here. Triumph's truly exceptional Tiger 900 Rally Pro.